Who does Antifa actually attack? Episode 6, February 1st, 2017, UC Berkeley, live stream by Buzzfeed. Sorry about the sound quality of the narration of this video, folks. My microphone is down, and I haven't got a new one. This will have to do for now. This year, for February 1st, 2018, I had originally planned to do a full detailed chronological breakdown of the events of February 1st, 2017 at UC Berkeley, using maps and so on. I have been too busy to do so, however. So instead, I will do one of my breakdowns of yet another live, uncut video that shows who Antifa actually attacks, as opposed to who they claim to attack. This live stream is from Buzzfeed. Everybody knows Buzzfeed is certainly not a right-wing source. It was originally posted on their Facebook page, and it has since been taken down, but it can still be found on YouTube on the channel Very Fake News, for which there is a link in the description to this video. For this video, I will not cut away, or cut anything out, or put anything in. All I will do is speed it up, or slow it down, or pause it. The video begins with Vet Flarka of BAMN standing alongside fellow BAMN members Mark Airgood, Tanya Kapner, Jose Alvarenga, I think, Ronald Cruz, an attorney, Adeline Hogue, and others. And so she and others are there inciting the crowd to riot, and more or less inciting them to be violent, saying things like, "Don't hold back tonight."
Don't hold back tonight. Tonight is our night. So we gotta say it loud, and we gotta say it clear. Milo Yiannopoulos is not welcome here at UC Berkeley. We are gonna shut him down, and we're gonna get Trump out by any means necessary.
In Sproul Plaza at UC Berkeley at, ironically, the student union building named after Martin Luther King Jr., man who clearly condemned riots and who opposed the methods or the view of Malcolm X, who popularized the term by any means necessary. Milo Yiannopoulos was scheduled to speak here. He was proclaimed to be a white nationalist, a fascist, a Nazi, etc., and many came to shut him down by any means necessary, including BAMN, Refuse Fascism, the IWW, students, teachers, and of course, more generally speaking, Antifa, which includes, by their own definition, all of the aforementioned. Of course, because I'm showing video from only one live stream, a lot of violence will be missed, such as the attacks on Colin, who you may have seen me interview, and Eddie Brock, who, having already been attacked at this point, approached the Buzzfeed reporter along with Colin, who we will see more of later, after he is attacked.
I got punched in the face by anti-fascist fascists.
I'm a medic. Do you want me to clean you up in any way?
I don't even know what I look like.
Can you tell me what happened?
Do I look nice?
You look good. Yeah. I think you look good.
Can you tell me what happened? Maybe after my interview.
Can you tell me what happened to you?
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
No, dude, I want you to get your shots, I'll find you.
Okay.
Eddie was standing with a small group of people, many of which who are clearly not white and hence probably not exactly white supremacists. I'm not sure if it is the same as that group there up on the top of those steps, the group that is about to be threatened by this guy holding the sign, but listen to him threaten to kill them.
One of the people who has been close to the door kind of during the entire event was just shouting, "Bring back the death penalty, bring back the police." And the crowd is not responding well.
Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck with you! Fuck you! Fuck you! We'll kill you, motherfucker! You don't know who you're messing with! You fuck with the dark side! You'll be fucked with a black dick up your fucking ass! Fuck off! You fucking Nazi! Fuck off! Die, motherfucker! You racist! Bigoted! Homophobic! Cunt! Coward! Fuck you!
How nice, The police, meanwhile, allowed almost all of this to happen, and in fact they were ordered to not intervene, unless perhaps someone's life is in danger or something like that. By the way, the bright green hats that you'll see in this video, they indicate that the wearer is a lawyer in service of the Antifa side. There are a lot of these activist lawyers who work alongside Antifa, or I guess you could say they are Antifa, by definition. The light fixture generator that has been on fire for a while is about to explode, ironically just after this Buzzfeed reporter mentions the hazard.
Protest organizers are telling people to leave because of the explosion hazard. No one is. see it warning.
There are the trans dyke people with the tall shields there, some of which would show up as the pastel block in later riots. That tall one calls itself Trans Cafe something or other, I forget exactly. I've done a video on the pastel block if you want to know more, and I plan to do a more detailed one in the future. You can see some of the damage, and now you are about to see a few people being attacked. There is no valid reason to assume that they are Nazis, fascists, white supremacists, etc. But of course, sane people, you know, they already know that. This goes without saying. But some of you people watch my videos are actually Antifa, and you're insane. In fact, one of the victims that is about to be attacked noted that this is what she left Afghanistan to get away from. The blonde-haired woman about to be attacked, her name is Katrina. There is a link below to a video in which she describes the events of this day, and she makes it quite clear she's not a Nazi or etc. Now they will knock someone unconscious. And the Antifa who leans over and yells in the person's face, she goes by the name Shadi Banoo, Shadibanoo. Again, there is no reason to believe that he is a Nazi or whatever. He may have just been a good Samaritan, trying to stop some violence.
Stand up! Stand up! You're not the enemy! Come on! Get back!
Off camera, Colin is being attacked, and the Buzzfeed reporter catches up to him right about here. There is Shadi Banoo again, the one with the bullhorn.
Over here, I'm not sure over what.
So that's Colin being treated there. In my interview with Colin and Susan Walsh, who was also there that night, he made it quite clear he's not a fascist or whatever. Now we are about to see the police come down from the Citadel and carry an injured person into the MLK Student Union building. I wonder why they helped carry this victim and not the one that we saw earlier, perhaps because this one is more obviously injured because of the blood. And now you see what is most likely that person's blood. Now folks, you may have seen my Mirror of Keith Edwards video in which a white Antifa is berated by some brown-skinned Antifas who say no matter what he does, no matter who he fights for, he's always going to be guilty because he's white. He's the skinny Antifa guy with the communist flag, and listen to what he says and listen to what the person says back to him. Okay, so apparently the guy who got stabbed was a fascist fuck. I'm sure that's true and not at all some sort of hysterical delusion, sure. There's that Antifa guy who's guilty of being white according to the brown Antifas and noticed the communist flag. I note this because some idiots out there do not acknowledge or admit that there are communist Antifas alongside anarcho-communist Antifas and anarchist Antifas and etc. But really, by their behavior, they're all wannabe totalitarians. In other words, fascists. There is Base Spider-Man dancing, who you may have seen in some of my videos. He said that he was called a Nazi or whatever that day, and he was lit on fire by Antifa, in fact a white Antifa. So, just to be clear, we're talking about a white person trying to burn a black person. But I guess the white person is a freedom fighter and the black person's a Nazi. Sure. Now they are marching down Telegraph Avenue. Notice the graffiti says "Kill Fascists," and notice that they call, well, regular people fascists. So you do the math. Who are they threatening to kill here? At this point, as can be seen in other videos, some Antifa try to block a white car. One Antifa gets on the hood, hits the hood, or hits the windshield, and then the white car accelerates, carrying the Antifa on the hood. The white car is about to appear on screen. If you look closely, you'll see the Antifa person on the hood.
Okay, so what you just saw was someone jump on a car. Well, I don't know if you saw it. I barely saw it. What I saw was someone jump on a car and start beating in the windshield. There were a lot of cracks, and then the car sped away at a speed that would likely severely injure the person on the dashboard. Protesters are running post-haste after the car. They're running straight into where there's a police car on the left side of the street up there. It's unclear whether they'll catch the car. It was going quite fast.
Now listen for some damage.
There's another car. There's another car. One of its windows is smashed in. Two of its windows are smashed in.
And here we have another example of how prone mobs are to lashing out at innocent people. If you listen closely, you'll hear that they mistook this black car for the white car. Okay? Wrap your mind around that one, folks. That's how stupid these people are.
Hey, you don't gas through a fucking crowd, bro. That's not right, Jack. Actually, that's not right. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No. It's not this.
One of his ears is injured, it looks like. He's wiping something off of it.
Yeah. He didn't have anything to do with it.
He's pouring water on it.
It was a different car. It was a white car.
It's likely that one of the pieces of weaponry that someone was using to bash in his side window. Oh, it seems he's been pepper sprayed.
I'm scared. I'm scared. That was not this guy. That was not this guy, and I'm scared.
Yeah, he's definitely crying like he got tear gassed or pepper sprayed. People are confusing this car with the one that had a man.
White car's gone. White car is gone. It was a white car.
People are confusing this man with the one who, the white car that sped by with the man on the hood.
Okay, so then, of course, they go on to smash up some ATMs and some banks and a Starbucks, burning some garbage, beating up some garbage cans, dumping garbage on the street, etc. Now some Antifa confront this Buzzfeed reporter, and there is some sort of a scuffle, and then the live feed ends.
Put that shit away, or we'll put it away.
Yeah. Put away the fucking camera. You're putting people in danger. Okay.
Oh, you don't speak, you just stream? Who you streaming for?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I'm sorry I hit you.
I'm sorry you got wet for real talk.
Oh, you did that? Okay, I thought it was him. I was fucking beating
Please don't. Sorry about that, man. I'm sorry I hit you.
So, we've seen a few people getting attacked. They were not swastika-tattooed white power skinheads. They were not goose-stepping Nazis. They were people attacked by a violent, irrational, hysterical mob of people, which included students, teachers, and etc. A mob, people. A mob. And a mob always operates on the level of the lowest common denominator of the members of the mob, so we can imagine that is quite low indeed. People are innocent unless and until they are proven guilty in a fair trial with the jury of their peers. So once again, we see that Antifa attacks innocent people. So there you go, folks. I'll cover the events of this day in more detail in the future, but for now, thanks for watching yet another episode of Who Does Antifa Actually Attack? Please share this video everywhere, especially with people who support Antifa, and until next time, equality of opportunity, not of outcome, freedom for those who respect the freedom of others, peace for the peaceful, and tough love. Thanks for watching.